Hello everyone, Dovalt here, and welcome back to the channel with another review. This time with Transformers, Age of the Primes, Onyx Prime. Now before we get to him, let's take a quick look at the product shots here on the box, showing at least 3 of his 4 modes, as well as the artist. Oh, let me move him. I leave bloopers in these things anyway. And there we have him here on the side of the box in his awesome beast mode, or at least one of them. As well as the standard Age of the Primes logo on the back, and some cool artist renditions of 2 of his forms here on the box. But without further ado, let's get to the figure. Now here we have Onyx Prime in his robot mode, and he looks pretty fucking dope actually. Excuse my language. He is, I believe, the first beast former of the Primes. So his whole thing is he can turn into a bunch of different animal-related things. And he's actually made of a couple of animals here. But, as you can see, look at the details. Very, like, Beast Gundam looking, really. Really nicely detailed. Especially with the way this chest comes together and that beautiful head sculpt, which does actually have another form, but we'll get to that later. Nice, almost brownish gold with silver and gunmetal all throughout the figure. A little bit of fur detail on the legs, and a little bit of organic fur detail on the inside of the arms. But with the standard, Cybertronian look mixed in. He's got these really cool, almost seraphim-like wings that are fully articulated. We'll go over that in the articulation section. And yeah, he cleans up pretty nicely, even though he does have a beast head hanging off the back here. Now, my figure does have some caveats, as there are a couple joints that are very loose, and some transformation pegs that are also very loose. Now, that's probably just unique to my copy, but not everyone's. So it should be good. Like, this one tab doesn't want to stay in, and one of the leg joints is a little loose. But I should be able to fix that with a simple screw tightening right there. Now, as for accessories, he's already holding them. He comes with this large bow, which could also be a sword if you wanted it to. It folds up nicely. And I don't actually have him holding it the way you're supposed to, because the way you're supposed to, I don't like it. Looks dumb. And here we have his spear, which just tabs into his little fingies right there. Now, let's get into articulation and stuff for his robot mode, and then we'll get to transformation into his 4 different modes. And we're going to do it in kind of a weird order. Just, whatever order makes it easier. So for articulation in this mode, his head is on a ball joint and can do a full 360 with a little bit of clearance. He can look up, like all the way, like squirrel, and kill himself. And he can't look down because his chin too chiseled. Now, as for arms, he can go out a little less than 90. He can bend to 90. Wrist is on a 360 swivel. And all of his fingers are on one joint. And he does have a bicep swivel as well. And as for the legs, they can go back, like, all the way. He has a double hinged digitigrade knee that can go pretty far, but that's mostly for transformation. And it is a very tight joint, like stupidly tight. Ankle is on a tilt. Sorry if you guys heard my burp there. Whoops. And he doesn't have any forward or backwards toe tilt, but he does have the heel tilt there, but that's mostly for transformation. He does have this articulated butt cover, I guess. I forgot what you'd call that. Oh, camera focus. There we go. And his wings can hinge up and down slightly. They can swing most of the way back, not all the way. And the ends can fold down. And on my copy, though, this hinge is pretty loose. So this pops off pretty easy, but I don't think that's going to be a problem for everybody. Just my copy. And his legs can kick straight out about that far. And then he's got the little hip skirt. Oh, and he does have a... does he? Yeah, he has a waist swivel as well, but no ab crunch. At least not without mistransforming him. Now, without further ado, let's get into one of his transformations, if I can get him to stand back up. Now, for his first transformation, we're going to go straight into his full-on beast mode, because it requires the least amount of actual transformation. So what you're going to do here is you're going to open up the chest and lift that up. You're going to fold the head all the way back till it goes like that. And you're going to go ahead and flip this head forward and then close up the chest panel to fill in the neck. Then the arms, you'll just straighten out, like put them in like gorilla arm pose, kind of. You really don't transform him at all for this mode, really. You just kind of stand him up in a slightly different position than he was in. And then for the legs, you'll just go ahead and bring them down and double hinge them, all animal-like. Very stiff joint there. And he really just does become just straight up a dragon. Do the same thing for the other side. Bring the leg back down. And then for the back, what you're going to do is you're going to take his bow, fold that up, close it up, and that's going to tab into this slot right here. And on mine, it is a very tight fit, but once you get it partway in there, you can press it down here to kind of lock it into place, and that forms his tail. Yeah, he's really just a weird dragon that walks on his knuckles. And that is his beast mode. And it is pretty cool looking. A little crude, but not bad. And his articulation on his limbs in this mode is exactly the same. But as for the head, we now have this cool draconic head, and I believe the mouth opens. Yes, it does. Mouth does indeed open, and he can do a full 360 like an owl for some reason. But there we go. That is his first beast mode. Now, as for weapon storage for his other weapon, it can really just kind of clip on anywhere you want. It comes apart, and you can tab it like this if you want. And I believe you can tab it onto any of these ports here. This one, or this one. And just kind of store it however you want. Wish my hands weren't so damn shaky, but there we go. And give him this weird cannon tail thing if you want, you know. Display it however you want, really. Now, for his next mode, we'll go straight into it. We're going to keep this relatively the same. But now what you're going to do is you're going to move the arms out of the way so that you can pull up these hinges here to reveal a new set of legs. Fold these shoulders forward and fold those new legs down, which will let you put the shoulders back where they were and angle them however you want, but it doesn't really matter how you do it. But now you have these new set of horse-like legs, which you can rotate around and get into the proper position, like so. Do the same thing on the other side, rotate it around, collapse it in, fold it like so, and there's another set of legs. Angle his torso up a little bit on that reverse hinge there. I'm sorry, broke his neck. I really need to get a new camera set up. I keep, like, bumping the camera trying to do this so close. But just kind of position the legs to where you can get him in a nice standing position. Kind of hunch him over like he's scheming or trying to steal something. And there you go. There you have his six-legged griffin mode. I don't even know what you'd call this. I'm just going to call it a manticore. I know it doesn't have a scorpion tail, but to me this feels manticore-ish. So that is him in this mode. And it's exactly the same as the other one, except now he has 6 legs. Because why not? I guess he can do more running and grabbing? I don't know. And the weapon storage in this form is the same. Now, for his final form, all you're going to do is you're going to angle up the torso all the way so that he's sitting up straight, and this flap is now in the front. position the legs however you wish here in the front. Bring his arms down, and you're going to transform his torso back into robot mode. Fold the head back and lock it in. And now we have him as a centaur. And this is where you would fold down his battle mask, which does close. It's very tight on mine. Yeah, it snaps in, and now he's got this nice bird beak look. Very aggressive. He looks very angry. And angle his shoulders forward a little bit. And yeah, there you have him as a centaur. And articulation stays the same in this mode as well, so nothing has changed. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting figure. Oh, there goes my wing again. Alright. But yeah, this is Onyx Prime in his centaur mode. Now it looks like my camera is about to overheat, so we're going to have to end this review rather quickly. But this has been my little rapid fire review of the pretty cool, pretty awesome Onyx Prime. If you enjoyed this brief little review, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon to know when I upload new reviews, and check out my other reviews here on the channel. And if you want to support me, check out my main gaming channel as well. Also, before I go, I'd like to make a quick apology for having so much time between uploads. It takes a long time for me to find what little room I have for recording to get these videos done. I have some more reviews lined up, and you'll get them in the coming weeks. Hopefully nowhere near as long as this one, this wait was. But without further ado, I will see you all in the next review. This has been Dovalt. I'll see you next time.